Good morning. We're going on a road trip today. Yeah, fun, exciting. Okay, so we're going to the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. And the reason why we're going is my good friend Justine Nazarick is the keynote speaker, and we thought we would go show some support, show some love. But along the way, we're gonna stop at Big Sur Ventana Campground. It's my favorite campground on the planet, and I think we're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna show you some waterfalls, and we'll chat along the way about what we believe the future is for Final Cut, as well as, just nerd out. Maybe talk about all the things I've been doing at Q, because we have some major things happening, and I think you should stick around because we have a lot to talk about. Well, see you on the road. All right, let's get on the road.
All right, don't judge me. It's a mess in here. Okay, it looks like it's gonna take us 5 hours and 41 minutes to get there. All right, let's get on the road.
It's gonna be one of those road trips.
So I decided from the very beginning on this road trip, I'm going to just full send it. Food, sunflower seeds, snacks. Okay, so I don't know how you found my channel, but you're here because you're probably looking for Q Media updates or my thoughts on NFTs or crypto. Maybe you just love Final Cut Pro, which would be the reason why I'm actually going to Cupertino. So, I dropped something. Don't know what that was. It was my lens cap. Okay, so while we're waiting in the drive-through line, let's talk about Q Media for a second. I've never been more excited about the future of our company than I am right now. Bringing Raj on as, essentially the CEO of all of India couldn't be more exciting. And the reason why is the guy's a visionary. If you read his bio, if you've seen what he's done, the guy was essentially the head of TikTok in India when it was blowing up there. And he's very forward thinking, and he completely understands what we're trying to do and how to connect all the businesses and have a unified presence in that territory. And some of the ideas he's coming up with and how he's gonna connect our social media influencer marketing agency to our television networks and how those are gonna amplify our gaming business, it all just makes sense. And I can't wait to tell you more about it. First stop, have to clean up the car, keep on pushing forward. We have about 4 hours left until we get to where we're going, so that should be fun. Then let me tell you a life hack. If you ever need to stay awake, don't get coffee, don't get an energy drink even though I have one. You get sunflower seeds because it's impossible to fall asleep with sunflower seeds in your mouth, because if you do, you'll choke and you'll die. So hot tip, road trip, sunflower seeds, can never miss. So I'm at this place called Nepenthe. It's pretty cool. I got a buzzer. I just checked in with the hostess and I got a table for one. Yeah, very exciting. But what I'm really excited about is I got this local beer called, I actually don't know what it's called, but it's from Monterey. So failed on that, but it's really, really good. But I want to show you the view here. It's insane. Yeah, a really cool, cute little restaurant that's tucked away in the woods. So yeah, checking you soon. This restaurant is insane. This view is unbelievable. I can't believe I just stumbled upon it, and I can't wait for you to see it. I'm gonna drop GPS coordinates inside the description. You have to come here, you have to see it. It's amazing. Bro, this is ridiculous. Look at that. Okay, we just got to the campsite. Check it out. Already have the tent ready to go. I'm thinking right about here, right? That's where the tent's gonna go. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I cheated this time. I brought an inflatable mattress, don't judge me. I'm getting older, okay? So inflatable mattress, gonna be nice. I'm gonna watch my friend's YouTube channel, Heading West. They have a great new series out, and you'll see me watching that momentarily. But until then, check out this time lapse. Okay, so had some s'mores, already crushed them. over my really awesome fire, but wanted you to see that went in my mouth. Let's see, oh, it's like spooky. Yeah, man, so at the campground, gonna pack it in for the night, gonna watch some great content from my friends. As I said earlier, gonna watch Heading West from my friends Becky and Chris, and I can't wait because I've been meaning to catch up. I'm a little behind. Becky and Chris, if you're watching this, don't hate me, but I'm like 3 episodes behind, but I'm gonna binge all of it tonight. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna give an in-depth review. I'm sure it's gonna be incredible. I might even make a guest appearance. I've heard rumors. So see you in the morning. All right, bye guys. Oh, is that Heading West on my iPad? Dude, I am just straight up binging this right now. This is like so cool. So I have my iPad tethered to my phone, and I'm just catching up on, I would say, the most amazing YouTube series ever made. This is a movie, dude. This is a documentary. Like, look at this quality. Look at my friends. Look how cool they are. I'm gonna turn that guy off, and I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. And I'm gonna drive into Cupertino tomorrow and get ready for the Creative Summit. So I'll see you guys in the morning. It's time to make coffee. And we're gonna do it using this thing, which is called a jet boil. It's my favorite invention in camping ever. I even brought my coffee grounds from home, my favorite, which is Intelligentsia. So how about I show you how that works? So let's do this. All right, you got like your little furnace thing. So you need your gas. All right, that's part one. Screw on your pot like that. Take your stand, open it up, and place your gas inside the stand. We're gonna add our water. You want the spout facing away from the handles, all right? Because when you pour it, you want to pour, you don't want it to, you get it. So now let's turn on the gas. All right, oh, she's off. We're boiling. All right, gas is off. Man, that is good hot water right there. Okay, what you do is you feed this through the lid, screw it on like this, and obviously is you have to put the coffee in, right? So you dump your grounds in like so, and then what you do, see, it's 835 and 837. I'll push that down. This is my patented J Sparks technique right here. Grab it at the base with one hand, squeeze it, and push down so you have more resistance. She's at the base. Time to pour into a cup and check it out. Now, I'm gonna watch my friend's show Heading West on YouTube. The last episode dropped today while I'm drinking my coffee. It's gonna be wonderful. Cheers. Okay guys, that's it for the campsite. We gotta get on the road. We gotta get up to Cupertino to go to the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. So I think it's the Final Cut, is it Final Cut Creative Summit? Final Cut Pro Creative Summit? I don't know the exact wording of it, but I know I'm meeting Tyler tonight, I'm meeting Justine tonight. We're gonna hang out, it's gonna be a great time, and we're gonna learn a lot about the best editing in LE on the planet. Anybody that disagrees, they're just wrong. But before we do all that, we gotta take the tent down. So getting after it, let's go. Okay, big day today. We're heading all the way up to Cupertino because, as you know, we're going to the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. I'm really excited about it because in the last keynote, we didn't see much coming from the Final Cut Pro team, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if there's any big updates coming this year. Because, you know, you're watching DaVinci Resolve, you're watching Premiere, and you're seeing all these amazing things happening with AI, and it really feels like Final Cut is just primed to do a major next update, and what better place to do it than this event. And so I'm really hoping that we get to see some really big news coming out of this get together. But until then, breakfast. So I've been coming here for years, and I'm a big fan of one particular item on this menu, which is the Eggs Benedict. The Eggs Benedict here is insane. So I can't wait to have that before I get started on my drive today. And this is why I come here. Look at that. Absolute perfection. Okay, we made it, just parked. I'm here at the Hilton at the conference. We're walking inside. It's about to get real. Maybe we'll see someone we know. Maybe we won't. Maybe they'll be here tomorrow. I'm not really sure. Don't know what to expect, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. I'm so stoked about seeing people I haven't seen in literally years. The pandemic really slowed down this conference, and I haven't basically been here since 2019, 2020. So really excited to see old familiar faces. Let's do this. I think that's Tyler. Oh God. Tyler just got here. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna be roomies and best friends. Are you excited? Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm here with Tyler. He's sipping his coffee, best friends for life. And we're about to go downstairs for the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit. It could just be Final Cut Creative Summit. I don't know. I keep on adding Pro. Is it Pro? But yeah, we're about to go downstairs. We're gonna meet up with Justine. It's her big day. She's the keynote speaker. We're gonna show some love and support, and we're gonna go to Apple Campus Day. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be fantastic. But to be honest with you, I'm only excited because I'm here with this guy. He's just, look at him. Oh, roomies, man. All right, we'll see you out there. So we're here inside the conference. Justine's about to start speaking. I'm excited. Hopefully we get to see some cool stuff. It's a big day, Apple Park. Well, can't wait. Let's go. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
How good of a time did you have? Okay guys, I'm so sorry that I didn't get to really spend time with you yesterday and show you all the things we were up to. But the reason for that is Apple has a very strict no camera policy when you're on campus. Yeah, that's right. We got to tour the mothership. We were in and around the inner workings of Apple. And not only did we get an incredible tour, but we got to take an in-depth look of everything that's coming within the Pro Apps division. And we're gonna cover those right now. So I have a very, 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 very positive outlook of what's coming. And I really believe that what the Pro Apps is doing is they're building a real scalable solution, not only for what is happening today, but what's coming in the future. And so if you look at like something like Final Cut Pro and compare it to something like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro, you might be a little, like what's going on, what's happening? And I would argue Apple is probably the most forward-thinking of what they're doing with their NLE, and we're gonna go over why right now. Okay, so I'm hyped. As a matter of fact, I'm beyond losing my mind right now because there's so much I want to talk about that I had to hit record. And you know what? This is raw, this is real, this is not canned, there is no teleprompter. I just want to give you my absolute belief right now that Final Cut Pro is driving towards an incredible future. And let's touch on that right now. And if you go to apple.com/newsroom, everything I'm about to tell you isn't there. Right? Because in their press release, they touch on all the cool features, really amplifying things like Apple Silicon and how it's able to enable things like speed to render these waveforms underneath the scrolling timeline. This amazing, incredible thing that they're doing with audio rolls and so on, et cetera, et cetera. But what I want to talk about are the things that are not in that release. That's right, the things that you don't get to read about because I saw them in person. And let me tell you right now, Apple is doubling down on the future. And what do I mean by that specifically? We're going to rewind for a second and revisit some of the announcements they made this year already and really distill those into how it's going to be applicable to the Pro Apps ecosystem. So you may remember that they announced this revolutionary product called Apple Vision Pro. Apple Vision Pro, let's just acknowledge for a second that that is going to have video. How do you expect that you're going to edit it? You're going to edit in Final Cut Pro. And that's probably a layup and you probably understand that. But what you don't understand is how they're going to enable that and why it's so critical that they have an NLE that makes these things feasible, because currently there isn't something like that out on the market. If you look at their competitors, something like Meta Quest, right? Meta Quest 3 specifically, they don't have their own NLE. And why I'm so excited is that Apple controls the entire stack. Not only do they have the hardware, and not only do they have the coding ecosystem using something like Swift UI, but they also have these things that people don't really think about, which is they control AV Player, the actual player that sits within the code base that developers can code for. And why I'm losing my mind right now is there's things that they talked about within that press release or within that summit that you didn't see, some of which I think are really important, okay? And we're gonna touch on those now, right?
one thing they talked about within the event that I was looking around and nobody seemed to get it is that Apple Fitness is taking and editing all their content within Final Cut. But what they didn't really touch on, but they did hint at, was that they're using metadata within Final Cut to drive buttons and interactivity on the screen. So what does that mean? It means that they're taking things from like the TikTok mindset and applying it to the NLE, which makes their whole entire ecosystem scalable. And the reason why it's scalable is because they control the entire stack. So we're going to go back to the iPhone 15 announcement where they talk about something specifically that is really cool, which is spatial video. So how do you edit spatial video? Well, within the announcement in person, they really touched on that compressor's getting updates, Final Cut's getting updates to be able to handle that. But more importantly, it's that metadata that the iPhone's going to capture that is now coming into the NLE that you can start to play with. Okay, I know that's a lot of nerd talk, so let's go back to the fitness app because I know I can make this make more sense. So when they're shooting Apple Fitness episodes, what they're doing within Final Cut is they're taking that interactivity and saying somewhat like a title card and saying, hey, pull this button up here. And that might not sound that revolutionary at face value, but if you think about TikTok and how they enable that within something like CapCut, you can really start to understand how they might make this more scalable in the future. So what they're doing is they're enabling storytellers to inject interactivity into their stories, right? And they're beta testing it with Apple Fitness. So, hey, insert this button here. Button shows up on the AV player on your Swift UI enabled iPhone 15. And that's crazy because what Apple has, right, is they have Final Cut Pro plugins. So in the future, we can see something like maybe injecting like a Shopify button, right? So you'll be able to facilitate e-commerce within your Final Cut Pro timeline. Do you get it yet? Right? Maybe I want to control my hue lights and create a light show. They are quite literally laying the framework for an interactive environment, and they're doing it at the professional level. And you're going to start to see that. And oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. And I know that's a lot, and you're probably saying, whoa, Jace, you're really excited. This wasn't really talked about, but it was. It was. They talked about fitness. They talked about it. They said it's possible. And that's how they're actually facilitating these things. If you go to the WWDC videos and look at the documentation, they're doing some incredible things with object capture. They're doing incredible things with 3D spatial video. And it's all gonna come in eventually into Final Cut. So, in summary, Apple is doubling down on the future. They're taking their ecosystem and they're showing you the roadmap for how we're going to get there. You, as a creator, are going to be able to tell new stories, new types of stories, and you're going to be able to play with really cool technology that is within your home, within your pocket. Where else can you create a 3D spatial movie just using your phone? Nowhere. This is the most revolutionary storytelling stack that's ever been created. So don't forget, at the end of the day, social media apps like TikTok have to design their apps for the iPhone. They have to code within Swift UI. All these APIs that are native within Swift UI are going to eventually be accessible by Final Cut. And when you start marrying the worlds of developer and storyteller and making it seamless, you get to create something really special. And that's where we're going. So read about it, go to apple.com/newsroom. You'll get all the bells and whistles of all the things that are right in front of you. But I'm telling you, don't be excited about that. Be excited about the things they've hinted at, and they're driving us towards a future that I couldn't be more excited about. All right, so I think that's it for this video. I'm gonna take a real breath, a real breather, and I'm just gonna chill out because I think I need to. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I got some crypto videos coming out. I've got some things about Q Media coming out. I can't wait to talk about with you, and I'll see you next time here on Elevate TV. Peace.